freedom can come with the heaviest chains. That's what I realized when learning about a story that challenges everything we think we know about privilege, faith, and the price of conviction.
You know, that's quite a powerful opening statement. What made you think about this particular topic?
Well, it's this remarkable narrative about Aamira Khan, born into the highest echelons of Middle Eastern society. We're talking about a level of privilege most of us can't imagine. Private security, endless luxury, every door seemingly open to her. But here's the twist. All that wealth became her prison.
It's fascinating how often golden cages are still just cages, right? What was it that made her feel so trapped?
So get this. She had these burning questions about truth and faith that nobody in her circle would even acknowledge. And in her region, questioning traditional beliefs wasn't just taboo. It could literally get you killed. Studies show that about 70% of the world's population lives in countries with high restrictions on religious freedom.
That's an absolutely staggering statistic. How did she start exploring these dangerous questions?
Well, it started with this forbidden book being passed secretly among foreign workers. Like those underground networks we've heard about in restricted regions. Recent reports suggest these informal networks can span thousands of people across multiple countries.
Tell me more about what happened when she started reading this book. What made it so powerful for her?
There was this phrase that just broke something open inside her. Come to me, all who are weary. And here's what's fascinating. She later wrote that it was like someone had finally seen, through all the privilege, to recognize her exhaustion. She had to become incredibly creative about hiding her new beliefs, reading in hidden corners, whispering prayers when no one could hear.
That kind of double life must have taken an enormous psychological toll. How was she eventually discovered?
You know what's interesting? It wasn't a dramatic revelation, just a small slip-up during a family gathering. But the consequences were immediate and severe. She was given an ultimatum: renounce these new beliefs or face execution. And here's where it gets really powerful. She simply said, I cannot deny the truth that saved me.
The clarity of that statement is just remarkable. What happened next?
Well, she was sentenced to death. But then, something extraordinary occurred. On the day of her scheduled execution, this underground network of believers emerged from nowhere. Recent intelligence reports suggest these networks can mobilize hundreds of people within hours when someone needs help escaping persecution.
That's absolutely incredible. How do these networks manage to operate so effectively under such dangerous conditions?
They use sophisticated systems of codes and signals, like ancient underground railroads, but with modern technology. They moved Aamira across 3 borders in one night, using safe houses and trusted contacts. She had to leave behind roughly $50 million worth of assets, everything she owned, but she said something profound about that night. I felt like I was finally walking toward myself rather than away from my life.
You know what strikes me most about this story? How it completely upends our understanding of freedom and sacrifice.
Exactly. And here's what makes it even more relevant today. According to recent global surveys, about 84% of people say they've never had to risk anything significant for their beliefs. It really makes you think about what we take for granted.
How has her story impacted others in similar situations?
Well, it's become this powerful symbol of hope. Even though it's fictional, it reflects the experiences of countless real people. Studies show that approximately 80% of all religious persecution worldwide goes unreported. These are the kinds of stories that never make headlines but shape countless lives.
That's such an important point about the hidden nature of these struggles.
And you know what's really striking? The way this story shows how hope can appear in the darkest moments. Recent research indicates that underground support networks have grown by about 40% in restricted regions over the past decade, proving that even in the most oppressive environments, people find ways to help each other.
It really makes you question what true courage looks like, doesn't it?
Absolutely right. And that's perhaps the most powerful message here. Sometimes the greatest acts of courage happen in complete silence, behind closed doors, in those quiet moments when someone chooses truth over safety, faith over fear. It's a reminder that even now in our modern world, these battles for freedom of conscience are still being fought every day.